So beautiful. So grateful to be here. So grateful. Do me a favor, if you can hear me and see me clearly, toss this video a thumbs up, give me a heart. We are live in my humble abode here in the desert. The desert. I've got something really powerful to share with all of you who may be struggling in what direction to go as far as career. And there's going to be a little excerpt in this specifically for women as well. But I really want to share this with you because I feel like I have profound insight into this and a few tips that will help you better find the direction in the path in life by trusting your own intuition and not what everyone else is doing or what everyone else thinks you should do. Those of you who are new and who don't know me, I am Andrea Cox, intuitive healer, holistic wellness coach. I have been in the holistic wellness movement for, 10, 12 years now. I have cleansed celebrities and people just like you and I. I also do a lot with my intuition. I have designed a 72 card oracle deck called The Lessons of the Mystical Muse. I've written 4 plant-based recipe books surrounding juicing and living foods. In particular, Eat Right for Your Zodiac, which is sold out 3 times on Barnes & Noble online. You can get all these items in the bundle package. And I'm actually going to share that bundle package with you now. And if you request in the notes section for me to sign the book or the deck, I certainly will. And I'll leave a personalized note for all of you on that. So I want to share something with you that I think is powerful. But first, I'm going to go ahead and share this link with all of you as soon as I find it. Maybe should have been prepared with it first, don't you think? But that's okay. We're not always prepared, and that's all right, right? No one's keeping score. Only people who aren't in their true calling in life judge others and keep score. And we don't do that around here. We don't look in on what anyone else is doing but ourselves. And that's part of what I want to teach all of you guys today. So here we go with the link. I just got these gorgeous flowers a few minutes ago. I'm going to show you guys all of those as well. Someone sent me the most. Hello, Justin. Miami, Florida. That's actually on a positive astrological line for me. Do you know that? Puts like my Venus on the ascendant or something. Maybe that's why when my mom took me to Florida when I was little, to Sarasota, I met a boyfriend right away. But I meet boyfriends everywhere, so it doesn't matter. Hang on one sec, you guys. I actually have to, I'm going to leave him. He sounds like he's fighting. Aren't these gorgeous? Someone just, let me get the little card holder, push it down. Someone just sent me these. I think they're so pretty. They're my favorite colors. I was born on the first day of spring, so I love spring colors. Okay, so I'm going to talk about our trajectory on our path, what we should be doing in life, and how we can allow others to come in and kind of take us off our path, which is never the right way, right? If I listen to everybody else's suggestions on what I should do in my life, well, I probably still would have gotten the accolades I have. I've been on the news over 50 times. I've been on over 15 magazine covers. So I know what it's like to be in your calling. So I'm going to start back. I'm going to kind of go back a little bit and share with all of you. When I first graduated from high school, I got into modeling. And then I moved out. I moved out when I was 17 and I got my first apartment. And when I got my first apartment, I realized I had a passion. Come on. he has anxiety, so I'm gonna leave him right here. I realized I had a passion for for interior design, so I actually went to school for it. I went to school for interior design and architectural drawing, and I don't want to make this about me, but I started working for a big furniture company called Arhaus, Arhaus, and I worked for them for about a year, and we would go into people's homes as interior designers, and we would pick out all their furnishings and their recoverings. And I realized that I only like to do it for myself. I had this come to Jesus moment that was like, wow, I really love to decorate, but I love to do it for my own home. And I think I got it from my mom. She has a knack for that as well. And we have the ability to take items from garage sales and things like that and pick really cool stuff and pair it together. So I know I got that from my mom. But being an influencer in social media wasn't around way back then, yonder, when I was a little young, and I'm up there with with Abraham Lincoln in age. So there wasn't the opportunity to become like an influencer for interior design at that time, and I could probably do that now with the way I have this place set up, but it's not my calling in life. So in numerology, we have what is called our life path number, and then we have what is called our pinnacle years, right? And our pinnacle years, sometimes they repeat. It's a cycle of numerology that really has to do with your trajectory in life and your calling. And I happen to be a 33. So the 33 is the master healer and teacher. It's rare to be a 33. And when you have that, I actually just did a reading for a guy. He's super famous. He builds like pyramids and domes in Sedona. He just opened a shop. He's got like tons of followers on the internet. But I just did he's also a 33. So, I'm going to be a 33 until I'm way into my 50s. So as a 33, you're a master healer and teacher. Your actual purpose is to come here and heal humanity, to raise the vibrational frequency. And people usually really, really love you. You're usually really good on camera, or they really don't like you, right? They either choose. So you have to, you overcome a lot of obstacles from the jealousy of others. It's very common. And being a life path number 9, someone who sees everyone as the same, someone who wants to raise the vibrational frequency of humanity, someone who loves animals. And then, of course, we want to also look at what's in our midhaven and our north node. Midhaven in Leo, really good on camera. I feel more natural on camera than I do in person. That's a fact. Anyone who has seen me speak on a stage knows I do really well speaking on a stage, and I do really well speaking on camera. So that's Leo midhaven. So I'm seen in the workplace as a Leo, very outgoing, very confident, even though I'm really shy in real life. North node is the direction we should go. South node has kind of been there, done that, although South node will bring us a lot of comfort, right? So I have a South node that is very Venusian, very Empress energy. So is my sun sign, so is my Venus. So these are all different aspects we want to look at when we look at the direction we're supposed to go in life. And if you are changing your direction in life and you're changing your life's calling, welcome. I'm not used to you calling me by my name. I'm used to you calling me JR, Justin Robert. Oh, I don't know you, but okay, JR. So we want to look at our north node, our MC, which is our midhaven, which is the highest point on our astrological chart that says how we're seen in the workplace. We also want to look at our pinnacle years, what pinnacle we're in, right? If you're a 1, that's very masculine energy, right? That's about getting your point across and kind of muscling through. If you're a 9, that's more humanitarianism, more hermiting, etc. Also number 4, structure, things like that. But a 33 is a master healer and teacher. So that is my calling. So along my path, and this is the point I want to make to all of you, I've had a lot of people interject the route they thought I should be going. Friends, family, love my family, but when I was creating the Oracle deck, didn't get a lot of feedback from a lot of my family members because it's not in alignment with the direction that they want to see me go. And that's okay. I knew that. I have one sister that was very, very supportive of this. And she's kind of earthy and ethereal and, into dogs and into, witchy stuff. And she's just more down to earth. And then, I think my other sisters, she just wants to see me do good, and likes me in kind of the kitchen and things like that. So when we're dealing with our family in particular, there comes a time where we kind of have to detach from our family when we're making our own way. And excuse me, bless you. And for a lot of people, this can be really hard because when the people you love the most, you don't feel supported by, it can make you question your own direction, right? So say you're I'll give you another great example. I was in an almost 12-year relationship and we were engaged to be married and we built a beautiful home in Ohio. And this was decades ago. And I told him I wanted to go vegan. And this is, those of you who don't know, I've been vegan for over 20 years. And he told me it was a phase. He said, it's a phase, Andrea. It'll pass. And so I decided he was a phase and he had passed, and I left and moved back home with my mom at the age of at a later age, and just, allowed my own intuition to guide me. And then veganism became my career for the next, 15 years. So that's, teaching people about living foods, teaching people how to cleanse their body, teaching people how to raise their vibrational frequency. So that's trusting your own intuition. I knew he was wrong. I knew he didn't know what my path was. I could see what his path was, but I never interjected because I didn't want to, step out of bounds of who I was as a feminine who just allows things to be and only interjects when she's asked. Now, another thing you want to look at when you're looking on your path is your gene keys. So my path in gene keys is universal unconditional love, right? But usually people who have that trajectory, I'm a manifesting generator. That's a good and a bad thing, right? I can manifest myself into a situation like that. I can make a vision board, put something up, and the next day it's happening. But I forget sometimes that things need to move slower, right? So I just boom, 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 and things happen. Before I moved here, I had been looking at Adobe homes for like a month. I just loved the structure. I was looking through magazines at Adobe homes. I was looking on Zillow. And then before you knew it, I was being forced to move. So, that's a manifesting generator type of thing. So let's talk about social media and how social media comes into play and how we are just hammered night and day to do all these things on social media and, create, and so-and-so's doing this, so I should do this, and so-and-so's selling clothes or makeup, so I should sell clothes and makeup, or this person's into diet and health, so I should do that, and this person's a carnivore, and this person's a whistleblower, and this person, well, what does your heart tell you? Anyone checking in with their heart, turning this off and opening this? Anyone? Or are you listening to your husband, your brother, your mother, your sister, your father, what everybody else is doing? So I connected with my friend Gigi today, and I really love Gigi. She's an Aquarius, and hi, Lewis. Lewis came to join us, my 24-year young husband. So you only see his tail because he's so low to the ground. Well, TikTok can see him. So I connected with my friend Gigi today, and we were talking. She is into human design, her gene keys and all of that. And she's also into astrology, but she also loves Jesus. And so I know what Gigi needs to do. I know the alchemy that Gigi needs to create, and I think it's going good for her as well. And she helped me in an area where she's like, she made a suggestion with me, and I took it with love and grace. She's like, Andre, you have such a beautiful face. We don't need to see that. You're so gorgeous. And I needed that reminder because sometimes I'll get in from the gym and I'll pop in the kitchen and want to make something with all of you. And I'll be in my gym clothes, which is a lot for people to handle on video. And I forget that I'm built the way I am. I forget that. And so I forget to kind of tone it down sometimes. And so, friends like that, and we match up really well in human design, Gigi and I, having friends like that is vital. It's important for your soul's growth and your evolution. Having people to tell you when, you know what, you're doing great. And you know what, that's not your thing, right? I can't tell you how many times, and being an intuitive and being a high priestess and being a Pisces with Scorpio moon and a ton of water in my chart, I really see through people. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people not on their path, but judging others who are. Not on their path, but judging others from the comments and from the sidelines and from hidden accounts who are on their path. That's not a way to be. That's not a way we want to be. That's not the way to grow. The way to grow, the way to ascend, is to be pure of heart and to really honor others where they're at. And for a big period of my life, when I was teaching all of you about living foods, huge whistleblower. I still have videos on here and in other various platforms where I would really interject my opinion on several things. Now that kind of seems passe. Everybody knows now. Everybody knows the truth, right? So I don't feel that drive and that ambition to be this like, oh, let me shout it out from the rooftops. No, everybody knows that time has passed, and I was one of the pioneers, and that feels good. Now everybody knows the truth. If they don't know the truth, they're hiding under a rock. So we go through these phases during our careers, and it's perfectly okay to change the direction. I heard a woman say that coaches in business, she said, it was a business conference I went to last year. She said, the worst mistake you can make is becoming a master at something and then switching careers. I disagree. If I hadn't alchemized my intuitive abilities and my love of the Akashic records and astrology with my wellness practice, I would be broke. So what I'm trying to say to all of you is other people's word is not the gospel. Your heart knows the way. Your head can get confused by what it sees, and your mind can get confused on what it's told. So if you have someone in your ear trying to quote coach you, or if you have someone in your ear trying to tell you what to do in your career, look at theirs. If you have someone interjecting their opinion, maybe it's positive, like my friend Gigi, who made the reminder to change when I get in from the gym before flipping the camera on, or it could be negative because someone's not in their calling. You really have to own what your heart tells you and where your heart is leading you on your path. And a lot of the time, it's not going to come from your parents. I'm sorry. It's definitely not going to come from your family. It's not going to come from your frenemies who, are pretending to be your friend, but really, are jealous because you're shining your light. I don't have any of those. I have all real friends now. It's not going to come from your boyfriend or your husband that wants to keep you in the box. It's going to come from within here. So let your heart and your intuition be your guide, because that's where the true path and the true calling comes into place. I'm really into astrocartography. I love it. One of the services I offer, but it's not really my thing. It's not really my thing. And the reason it's not really my thing is I got so into it because I moved twice over the course of 4 years. And I was on really tough lines. I'm on the toughest line to live on right now, which is Saturn on the MC. You can achieve great success, but it makes everything difficult. And it makes everything hard, a lot harder than it should be. And so I got into really studying at hardcore, like with other people. And I realized, you know what, but it's not my trajectory. When my heart tells me your gifts are this, I'm a healer. I'm here to raise the vibrational frequency of the collective. And I heal people through living foods, herbalism, and by teaching them how to tap into their Akashic records. I'm an intuitive. So it's very easy. People ask me what I do, I can say it in one sentence. And when you have that kind of peace in your heart about your direction, no one can sway you. No one can sway you. So if you feel like you're someone who's a little bit all over the board, and you feel like you don't know really what your path is, or you feel like you're in something but you want to go a different way, and you've got some people maybe in your ear telling you who you should be or what you should do, trust this. Even if you're a fire sign, earth sign, or air sign that really doesn't tap into this all that much, even if you don't have a lot of water in your chart, learn to tap into this. This is your guide, your heart. Your heart is your guide. And it should always be your guide. Now, sometimes we have to make head over heart decisions when it comes to things like finances and things of that nature. But when you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life. And I am a firm believer in this. I love each and every one of you so much. I am working on something that is going to be about a year in the making. And it is going to be a huge transition for me. And it's going to put me in a very happy place, and I'm happy now. So that feels good that I'll be even happier. And I just want each of you to know that if I go off grid for a little while, it's because I'm building something beautiful. And that's it. And that's all. I love each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a beautiful night. Would you guys do me a favor? So because I went through all that stuff with all the reporting and everything, if you could follow me on my other channels, go through some of my videos, some love. On TikTok, it is Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. Wow, we have over 1,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So go check out my other videos, hit the follow button. Thank you for all the gifts. On Instagram, it is Raw Chef Andrea. On Facebook, it is Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. On YouTube, it's Andrea Cox TV for health and wellness. Living Foods recipes, the Love Room, where I talk about my emotions, and on YouTube, my second channel, where I do the oracle readings. And I wasn't happy with the tarot or any of that stuff, so I created my own oracle deck that I do the readings with. It is the Detox Intuitive. If you are on your path and you feel lost at this time, or if things aren't manifesting quick enough for you with monetary gain, etc., hold on. I'm talking to you. Hold on. It's coming. It's coming. Believe in yourself. You've got this. I love you guys. Bye. Be well. Bye. Okay, let's not potty. Let's go outside to potty. I'm going to go outside to potty. When we go outside, we potty like a good boy. But when you potty inside, mommy have to take you out.